Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mount Carmel Area High School Red Tornado football. Tonight, the Red Tornadoes embarked on the longest regular season road trip they're going to take this year, Wayne, as they have traveled up to Loyalsock Township, where they will take on the Loyalsock Township Lancers. This game pits Mount Carmel coming in at 5-0 against a 2-3 Lancer team, but a team, if we remember, made it to the Eastern Final last year. They're the defending District 4 champions, in fact.
Yep.
So don't want to take them too lightly. That 2-3 record may belie a very good football team here. Now, they are without one of their leading receivers, a guy we heard much about last night at the supper club in Robbie Wright, but he is injured and is not listed to play tonight. So that's going to be a big hit for the Lancers, as he's one of his favorite targets. Now, the other thing you remember as the Lancers line up in front of us here, the quarterback, Carey, an excellent passer. In fact, might be the best passer we're going to see so far. The other problem with that's going to be in that they just don't run the ball very well.
Right.
They have one guy I think has about 200 yards, but that's it. So they have struggled with running the ball.
Well, that's the difference between last year's team and this year's team. What carried them into the playoffs last year was their running game. They used their passing game to open up the running game. Through graduation, they've lost a lot of players. Apparently nobody has stepped up into that position, into that tailback position, and they have to rely solely on the pass game this year.
This is a Heartland Conference Division II matchup, so a lot of importance on this game also. Again, the Red Tornadoes and the Southern Tigers right now at the top of that Division II list, but still a lot of games to be played here, and the Lancers can have something to say about that tonight. Should they play very well and win this football game, that would throw those standings into a tizzy a little bit. So we'll wait and see. Again, the Lancers, as Coach Brennan looked at them, a very dangerous team. He was kind of uneasy about facing these guys. But a beautiful night here. We're at the Kenneth M. Robbins Stadium here, named after a longtime coach and athletic director here at Loyalsock Township. But a beautiful campus. Our first visit ever. We have never met the Lancers on the field of football, so this is a first-time event. And the Red Tornadoes, we talked about it last week. As if you're looking at this game, if you're on the webcast, you're going to have to take my word for it. We again welcome everybody to the webcast. Hope it's as exciting a game as it was last week, because it had kept you on the edge of your couch.
Yes,
if you're on the webcast last week. But as I talked about the Red Tornadoes, we hadn't seen them wear all white since probably '92 or something, they were saying, and they're all white again tonight. So 2 weeks in a row we came out wearing all white. So must be a new thing for Coach Brennan. He's gone with the all white uniforms here. The Lancers will be kicking off to the Red Tornadoes. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one, Wayne. Their numbers are going to be murderous here. Jackson Pearson is actually kicking off for the Lancers, and he signals he's ready, and the game is underway. The ball goes down deep to DeMarco, right along the Red Tornado sideline. He continues up the Red Tornado sideline, and he's continuing up all the way up over the 40-yard line. Finally brought down there at the 41-yard line of the Red Tornadoes. It is 1st and 10, Big Red. And they'll go on their first offensive series here and see what they have in store. High formation. Pulowski on the carry. Pulowski is free in the defensive backfield already. Crosses over midfield, and he'll take it down to the Loyalsock 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Red Tornadoes on the Pulowski opening run.
One thing you're going to notice here, we don't see this too often on the high school side, and that is the defense. They're staying in it. They're going to be in a 3-4 defense. Their linebackers are going to be further off the line than what you usually see them on the TV for high school. Look how far back they are.
Kowaleski goes in motion behind Washaleski now. And Washaleski will hand off again to Pulowski to deep back. Pulowski escapes one tackle in the backfield, but he's not going to escape the next one. He's going to be brought down in there by number 24, Brandon Smith, for the Lancers. For the life of me, can't tell you why they just turned the light out in our room here, and I'm going to have one heck of a time trying to read the numbers here. And my light, there's little lights here, but mine doesn't work. All right, 2nd down and 10. Has no gain on the play. Washleski in the shotgun now. And Washleski has his man. It's Kovaleski down at the 40-yard line. And he'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line down there by number 33 for the Lancers, Michael Kinney. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 now for the Red Tornadoes. The ball just inside the Lancer 40 at the Lancer 39. Morgan brings the play in. Again, the shotgun formation for Washleski. Gets the ball, drops straight back. Plenty of time, looks downfield, and I believe probably tipped somewhere along the line there as it fell incomplete. It will bring up 4th down now and 5 for the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah, Morgan was on an out route. Ball hits on about the hash mark. It was about a good 7 yards away from where he was at. He was open, though, and but we did have some pressure. We are getting some pressure off the right tackle for the Lancers on the defense.
Again, shotgun formation. Demetrius standing next to him. Demetrius stays in and blocks. He looks downfield, and it's Kovaleski, and Kovaleski can't hold on to it. And the Red Tornadoes will turn the ball over on downs. It'll be Lancer football, 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
Again, some pressure from that defensive line. Washleski has to move his feet a little bit on that play.
Number 12, the quarterback, Carey, for the Lancers, and he's the weapon right now. He's the guy you want to be very careful with as he lines up in a heavy backfield. And he's going to hand off to the tailback, and the tailback's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. They'll stop him around the 46 when they finally call it down. Morgan getting off the pile along with Demko. Trevor Demko, number 65. I got to keep remembering which Demko since the two of them were so active last week. I don't want to shortchange them there. So the Lancers come out in a heavy eye backfield and kind of the power eye there.
Eye. Yes, they did.
And looks like they're going to line up exactly that way again. This time they'll pitch it out. And the pitch man is going nowhere. He's going to be stopped for a loss on the play. Carrying the ball for the Lancers was Stopper, the tailback, and kind of slipped as he tried to make the break there.
Yeah,
and
but
went down.
Kevin Demko played that perfect. He came through. He waited. He had the 2 blockers in front. He waited for the split to take the corner man out, and he came right up through the back and made the tackle for no gain on that play.
So now it's 3rd down and 5 for the Lancers. And again, we stay in a power eye formation here. Penalty flag is going to fly. The Red Tornadoes were the ones that jumped, but they looked and they saw a motion on the Lancers, and that's what they're going to call it. It's going to be a dead ball foul motion. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 now for Loyalsock.
Tackle moved there, but he didn't get into the zone. He actually stayed on all 3.
He just jumped up a little bit. He didn't.
A little bit, and he was back, and he was safe when they tried to snap the ball. Now here's your passing offense, Warren.
Yep, we go into a shotgun formation. Carey leaves one back next to him for protection as he looks around.
And here comes
and
Demko.
He's under immediate pressure and will be brought down. Finally brought down by Steck, but it was actually McCullum and Demko providing the pressure, and it's 4th down, and the Lancers will have to kick. He carried the ball back out to his own 44-yard line. And they'll be in punting formation.
We've seen that play so many times last year against Washleski, where he'd have no protection to his backside, trips right, and there would be an all-out blitz from the right side of the defense, from the backside.
Mike Kinney doing the punting for the Lancers. Center snap is back, and he has a nice kick. He kicks it in the direction of Moroz. It falls short, and it's going to bound out of bounds, and it does so right along the 30-yard line where it's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Again, something a little bit different on offense than what we were told. Lancers coming out and running a power
Power
backfield, the first 3 plays, and then coming out. Of course, they had to with a 3rd and 10 for the pass play.
Well, the power eye makes sense in that they are
Yeah.
definitely struggling on the ground, and that's, if you're going to, the extra blocker doesn't hurt, I guess. Red Tornadoes in an I formation. Wasilewski back to pass now. Looks downfield. He has Moreau wide open, and Moreau will take it up right to midfield where it's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes. Nice pitch and catch by Wasilewski to Moreau, and Moreau was wide open. I don't know how they left him get around the middle like that.
He came in. Actually, he was being covered by 24, Brandon Smith, and he cut back into the center of the field and took a slightly different route and got himself open that time.
Demetrius now in a delayed handoff. Demetrius is going to gain nothing on the play. He'll make it back to midfield. It'll be 2nd down and just about 10. The Red Tornadoes now in a hurry-up offense. They are not in the huddle now on offense. We've seen this on and off several times in the past 3 or 4 games.
Yep. Andy Engel, number 43 for the Lancers, makes the tackle. He's playing that outside man on the on their defensive line.
The Lancers have called a timeout, and I'm guessing it's because they're well. Is he? But he charged him with a timeout. That's so you can't.
Well, he was over saying he was an official's
I
time.
saw the kid come out with the hurt arm there. I saw him trotting off, but it's a full blown timeout. I'm gonna watch the scoreboard now to see who they give it to.
See, the referee said it was an official's timeout.
Okay, so we went on the field and now we're being chased off.
Yes,
You're right.
Exactly.
So no called timeout here. That was an official timeout. He got off the field quickly. That's what threw me off. He wasn't in any distress getting off the field. Wasilewski back to pass, and again it's Moreau. And Moreau's trying to get away, but he will not. A short gain of about 3 yards. Number 24 in the play, Brandon Smith, on a nice tackle for the Lancers.
Yeah, that's the second time. He's the second time that he's been on Moreau, so he must be keying on him. We know Moreau's, picked up that reputation last year, coming into a few games, and he is the leading receiver, ended up being the leading receiver for the Tornadoes last year. So there are times when he's going to be double covered.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 on the Lancer 47-yard line. Wasilewski in the shotgun, and he has Moreau wide open again at the stick. Moreau will easily pick up the 1st down and about 4 more yards.
Yep.
Ball goes down to the Lancer 38-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
You see maturity on Wasilewski that time. He's throwing from the far hash mark, about 15 yards downfield, and it is right on the money. So again, he's coming into his own as this season is progressing, getting better and better each week.
Well, the Lancers playing a very soft defensive backfield right now. They're giving us a lot of room. I mean, there was nobody in 5 yards of Moreau when he caught the ball. All right, the Red Tornadoes back in an I formation now, and it's going to go to the. I believe that's DeMarco came into the lineup. So DeMarco on the ball carry. He takes it down to the 30-yard line. Nice pickup on the play by DeMarco.
Going right up through the middle of that offensive line.
Well, he gains about 7 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Yeah, the Lancer numbers are going to – I'll be blind before I'm done reading their numbers. They have maroon uniforms, but not white numbers. They have gray numbers. That's definitely going to challenge me here. All right, back in that I formation. And again, it's DeMarco, and DeMarco takes the guy head on, and I believe he's going to pick up the 1st down. Yep. He gave somebody a good whack down there, and I'll see getting off the pile down there if he turns towards me.
He did. He picked it up. Pulaski comes in there giving – and this is the one thing that's making this Tornado offense better and better each week. We have so many people that we're bringing in. You got DeMarco coming in, playing a great game last week. You got Lamb coming in, and just a bunch of kids to give everybody a rest here.
Wasilewski had a short drop back to pass. He finds Moreau. Moreau's loose in the Lancer backfield, and Moreau will take it down to the 10-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. And I'm going to see if they place it outside or inside the 10. So it'll be outside the 10. So it is 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes from just outside the 10-yard line. 5:09 remaining here in the first quarter of play here in Loyalsock Township. One back in the backfield now. That's Demetrius behind Wasilewski. Two guys split right, one left, but it's going to be Demetrius, and Demetrius with a head of steam takes it down to the 5-yard line.
Just a straight handoff over tackle that time. They're just kick-out blocks. That's all it was. Loyalsock has now jumped out of their 3-4, and they've gotten into a 5-man line here. And makes the blocking scheme a little bit different, but nothing that the Tornadoes have not seen.
The Red Tornadoes again in a hurry up there, not huddling. Demetrius again the lone back, and Demetrius will take the ball again, and this time the Lancers are all over him. He will not gain any yardage on that play, and the stop will be made in there by,
as soon as you turn,
number 43 for the Lancers, and that is Andy Engler. So it's going to bring up now 3rd down and 5. Well, actually, it can't be 3rd down and 5. It's inside.
2.
It's 3rd down and about 3.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was right outside the 10. He's inside the 5. It's about 3rd and 3 now for the Red Tornadoes. They can get the first down right around the goal line. And it's Demetrius, and Demetrius follows Goins.
Nice move, nice block by Goins that time. Kicked the linebacker out, and I'll tell you what, Julius kept his head up that time. Did you see when he went through? As soon as he got right behind James, he broke to the left to the open part of the field and scores the touchdown.
The touchdown came at the 3:47 mark of the first quarter. 6-0 Red Tornadoes with Menapace's extra point attempt to follow here. There was a hole, Wayne, that I dare say I may have been able to get through myself.
I do believe.
I mean, the line completely sealed it off, and the guy that stepped in the hole met Goins head on, and Goins took care of him. And he went into the end zone, actually untouched for a 3-yard touchdown run. Menapace puts it up, and it is going to be good. They have one of those stranger goalposts here that I have to look really hard short. Now. It's a short one instead of a tall one, so I have to look very carefully at the referee. And they had to check it twice between them to see if he got it in there, but he did. So the score is 7-0 Red Tornadoes, and they get ready to kick off. But that was an impressive drive for the Red Tornadoes, as a little bit of passing, a little bit of running, and made it look easy almost.
Well, that's what Coach wants to see. He needs a little bit of diversity here. He needs to open up that running game. But again, we say this week in and week out. And the only way you're going to do that is by opening up your passing game. That moves the linebackers back a little bit. It keeps them on their heels. And of course, we see what that did for Julius, opening up some nice holes, off tackle and up through the center.
Deep down there for the Lancers will be stopper number 10 and number 33, Kinney, as Menapace gets ready to kick off here. Great night for football. I mean, just a football. It's a football night. It's into the 50s already. There's a breeze blowing, so you got to kind of huddle up here in the stands. It's getting colder out here, but just a perfect night. Menapace signals he's ready to go, and we are underway here now. Ball will go down to stopper number 10 right at the 15-yard line, and stopper will bring it up, and he'll be stopped by almost every Tornado there was right along the 30-yard line.
But Tyler Kraniak, number 44, made the initial hit to slow him down. It was about 2 yards downfield. It was about on the 27-yard line.
Matt Dietz actually is the guy getting off the bottom of that entire pile, so we'll give him credit too. So it's 1st and 10. Lancers the ball just over their 30-yard line, as Carey will stay in that power I formation here. Stopper to tailback with the carry, and Stopper's brought down hard down there by Kevin Demko. That's another great tackle by Demko out at the 35-yard line.
He plays that strong safety position very well. He watches what's going on, sees the run, and he comes up immediately and fills the hole. He does a fantastic job there.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 5 now.
Power to the left side this time.
And again, it's the tailback, and now he has some room. The tailback will take it all the way up to the Lancer 45-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 Lancers. Nice run by Stopper that time.
It went to the left. It was power left, and he ran through the tackle, over the tackle on left side. But once he got through the line, he found an opening on the right-hand side and came back against the grain.
Again, Stopper, this time Stopper hit in the backfield.
And
Stopper's going nowhere. McCullum all over the play, and he brings him down for a loss on the play. In the backfield, by the way, I don't know if you noticed that, when they go to the power eye with the two guys, 33 and 44, they must be brothers. They're both named Kinney. That'll be easy for me to remember them. I could just say Kinney. I'm good with two of them. But a nice play as McCullum shot the gap and dropped him for a yard loss. It'll bring up 2nd down and 11 now for the Lancers. The ball back at the Lancer 44-yard line. This is going to be, I believe, an offside on the Red Tornadoes.
Yep.
We stepped over the line there. I didn't see anybody moving on the Lancers side of the ball.
Okay, let me get over to defense here for the Tornadoes. Number 89, Quinn McCracken playing the left end. The left tackle, number 60, Chris Steck. The nose guard, number 74, Kyle Savitsky. The right tackle, number 50, James Goins. The right end, number 65, Trevor Demko. The left linebacker, number 6, Justin Kolokas. The right linebacker, 42, Sean McCullum. The left cornerback, number 2, Jared Morgan. The right cornerback, number 1, Matt Kovaleski. The free safety, 29, Kevin Demko. And the strong safety, number 9, Matt Morose.
Stopper on the carry. He'll take it up about a yard short of the first down. It was a penalty against the Red Tornadoes, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and less than 1 now for the Lancers. The ball now in Red Tornado territory at the Red Tornado 46-yard line.
You know, last week I could have read the grapes of wrath on the penalty call.
Yeah,
I couldn't even get through the lineup this week.
Yeah. It's amazing how different these different referees are. Again, we stay in that power eye, and we give it to Stopper. And this time, Stopper's in a little bit of trouble. In fact, he's in a lot of trouble as Morose corralled him behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a big loss. 5-yard loss on the play. It's now going to be 4th down and 5. They had less than a yard to go. They were in a power eye, and Morose tackled them in the backfield, so it's 4th down, and they're going to have to kick. And they go into a kick formation again. Kinney, number 33, Michael Kinney, as opposed to Don Kinney, will be doing the kicking. We put one guy back only, and that's Morose down along his 20-yard line as Kinney gets off a line drive kick. Morose takes it on the run, tries to turn the corner, and he will not. Has a nice play down there on the Lancers side.
24, that's who that
down
is.
there. Yep, Brandon Smith. He tackles by the ankle and takes him down. So it's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes, and the ball's going to be placed down around the 27-yard line.
Those punts are dangerous when they're a low-line drive like that because you get a better return. You don't get the coverage from your punt team as you do on the high kicks.
Yep, yeah, Smith did a nice job to contain that.
Yep.
The Lancers are forced to take a timeout, and I'm not sure why they didn't have the defense on the field, but they had a fire drill going here in front of us, and the head coach down there, Alex Jackson, finally said, I think we got a problem here. Let me call timeout because he had a guy going on and a guy coming off, and they were both near the sideline. So they're forced to take a timeout here. 4:49 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Very nice stadium. Not a ton of seating on that visitor side, but actually on a high. I've never seen a stadium set like this. There's a high hill there where the stands sit on top of the hill. So you're actually pretty high up if you're sitting in one of the stands, but there just aren't a lot of them up there. But a very nice station and a beautiful field.
The field, grass field. It is. We went down and looked at it. It's very, very thick. In fact, it's hard to even see the numbers because I think they left the grass grow a little bit.
Yeah, it's very thick.
Here.
I'll say that for it. It's a very thick carpet. All right, the Red Tornadoes came out. They're going to leave one guy in the backfield. That is Demetrius. And Demetrius gets a quick handoff, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Still keeps his feet, though, and Demetrius, after being hit by 3 or 4 guys, and he finally goes out of bounds, and I think he got hit out of bounds when it finally was over. A penalty flag far on the Red Tornado side of the field over there. And it is a personal foul against the Lancers as they hit him as he got out of bounds.
The original hit at the line of scrimmage was 56, Pat Green, and forced him, knocked him back, Demetrius back, at least 3 yards.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how tough Demetrius is because he ended up gaining about 4 yards on the play, and now they're going to tack the penalty on for unsportsmanlike conduct. And really not a flagrant foul.
No.
I mean, you couldn't bring him down. Everybody was trying to hit him, but he had stepped out of bounds, and the last hit came too late. So the ball is moved up to the Red Tornado 44-yard line where it's 1st and 10. And again, they go into the backfield with Demetrius, the only guy back there, and now Pulowski in motion. They fake it to him, and Moreau's going down along the Red Tornado sideline, and Moreau's has it. And Moreau's eludes the tackle, and Moreau's will take it in. Touchdown. A 56-yard strike from Wasilewski to Moreau's, and the Red Tornadoes are on the scoreboard again at the 2:71 mark of the first quarter.
That was set up on the last play, the exact same formation on offense, the exact same motion. This time we had Pulowski in motion, faked the pitch, faked the dive, and came up, and Moreau's was streaking down the right sideline in front of our bench, wide open for the reception.
Made a nice play to elude the tackle. He actually stepped out of that tackle. The guy was in good position, but he got away from him and streaked down. And he was the only guy spread in the formation. It was a tight formation, and he was actually spread to the short side of the field along the Red Tornado sideline. So Wasilewski put it in there perfectly. Menapace in the attempt to kick. This is a low line drive one, and I actually could tell you this one was good because it just cleared the bar. So the Red Tornadoes out to a 14-0 lead here and getting ready to kick off again to the Lancers.
That's what puts some gray hairs on coaches. That's called looking in the backfield when that defensive man gets caught looking back there and goes for the fake. He sits back on his heels a little bit, and all of a sudden the receiver, that wide receiver is past you 2 steps, and as soon as he's gone, you can't catch up with him.
He had a step on him. He had help coming over from the safety, but the safety couldn't get there in time. Once Moreau's gets up to speed, he's very difficult to catch. But again, trying to defend this Red Tornado offense has got to be a nightmare.
Yeah, it is.
If you're a defensive coordinator trying to tell these kids what to look for, because there again you saw everything looked like a run on that play.
Exactly.
It absolutely looked like a run on that play, and there he fakes it to the guy coming across the formation, a fake pitch kind of to Pulowski, and then just takes 1 second and looks downfield, and Rose is streaking down the sideline. So. Just a tough one. It's clicking. This offense is very tough to defend. And Menapace will be kicking down there. Now this time it'll be stopper, number 10. He's closest to us, and Kinney, 33, is the guy on the far side. Menapace kicks it very high this time, and it's going to be Kinney down at the 20-yard line. And Kinney eludes the first tackle, but he will not elude the next 3.
That was DeMarco.
Kinney is stood up at the 20-yard line.
That was just outstanding. You see DeMarco coming from nowhere and diving at his ankles. What a great play.
Again, Dietz down there helping out, and also 34, Cody Schustak, some of the guys. But once he stood him up, it was all over for him. He caught the ball at the 20, and he didn't make it to the 21, to give you some idea of how quickly he was covered. So it's 1st and 10, Lancers now.
Number 27 for the Tornadoes, Mike Sinopoli, into that nose guard position on defense.
And now we go into a shotgun formation. Everybody out to the left of Carey. Carey rolls to the left. He looks downfield and he throws, and it is incomplete. Yeah, he had it for a second.
I thought he did too.
But it looks like are they gonna give it to him? Let me see. No, they're going to bring it back. I thought the ball came back out. He was in the mix of the sideline over there with the Red Tornadoes.
I see coaches telling everybody get back past the white mark on the field.
Now, this is a league in the Heartland Conference that they are stressing that. We've seen several sideline warnings over the past 5 games, and they'll continue to do that. Again, Carey now into a shotgun formation. He leaves one guy next to him for protection, and now everybody out the other way, and he rolls that way to the right now, looks downfield, and he has his guy, number 7, the catch, Arnell Carter, and Carter is smacked out by Clokas.
Carter caught the ball, and he turned to the inside of the field, and I don't think he even saw Clokas unloading on him.
The 9-yard pickup on the play. It brings up 3rd down and 1. Yeah, Carter never saw the hit coming there. He got bounced on his behind on the sideline there. All right, the Lancers go into a power I.
We're going to get caught here. No, we're not.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings the first quarter to an end here with the score of the Red Tornadoes, 14. The Lancers, 0. Nice night at Supper Club again last night. Had some great conversations with the kids. Julius Demetrius was the guy that stood up and spoke for the crowd. And I got to like Julius. And I sit with Julius' dad. His dad sits with me every Supper Club next to me at the table that we sit at, and have a good time with him.
He's a great kid. We do a lot of lifting, working out up at Star Gym the last year and a half, 2 years. And what a great kid. I mean, he is a hard worker. He's dedicated to what he is doing.
Yeah, and you can see how tough he is. He just lays it on you. And you saw that back there where they stood him up on the last series.
Yep.
They stood him up, and he still picked up 4 yards before they were all done with him. So he is one tough guy to bring down. But he was a joy. And again, that's we had the chain gang last night. And I always love that we bring the chain gang. And of course, everybody pokes fun at those guys and all. But it's always good to have them there. They're a great bunch of guys, and we enjoy having them come every year. All right, we're back down to 3rd and 1 here. Lancers in that power eye. And Carey's going to hand it off to Kinney. And I don't know if Kinney got it. It's going to be real close.
This is going to be on the spot. The
guy's walking across the field right at the 30, and if that's where they put it down, he didn't get it. Well, they don't put it there. They give it a little bit more than they should have.
They did, and he's got it.
Let's see. Well, they're still giving this some thought. They're going to measure it. Okay, I was going to say, they're going to measure this. It's closer than you think, to tell you the truth, on the angle here. I didn't think he got it, to tell you the truth. They gave it to the big guy, the first carry of the game by Don Kinney, the fullback.
I thought he did.
And I wasn't sure he got it, and you know what? He didn't. All right.
Yes, he did.
Oh, man, that's as close as it gets there. And I actually thought they stopped him right at the 30. Where he was.
Yeah,
the ball is actually outside the 30-yard line here, so it's 1st and 10 on the 1-yard pickup by the big guy, Kinney, 44. And they'll stay in the power eye. The two Kinney brothers, I assume, next to each other, 33 and 44, and they are in front of stopper, number 10, the tailback in this formation. But Carey's going to look to pass, and Carey hit immediately, but he keeps his feet, looks downfield, and it's intercepted. Matt Kovaleski intercepts it at the 44-yard line of the Red Tornadoes, and he threw that one up for grabs on that one. I'm not sure what he was doing there.
He had a big rush on. Somebody did come through the line there and spun him around when he did. I think he lost the ball, controlled the ball a little bit. When he tried to throw it, he went up like a wounded duck.
Yeah, I mean, it just floated to there was no Lancer anywhere near it, and it floated to the ground, and Kovaleski picks up the interception. So the Red Tornadoes go on offense here, 1st and 10, and the ball sitting just about their 44-yard line. Again, they come out in the one-back formation. 2 guys split right, 1 guy left. And Wasilewski gives it to Demetrius, and Demetrius with a head of steam hurdles the guy, goes up in the air, and goes down, and they're going to place him down about 11-yard gain on the play. It'll be 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes in Lancer territory now at the Lancer 44-yard line.
Julius Demetrius showing you the speed that he is bringing to the field also, that play.
Had some air under there, too.
Yes, he did. He put on the afterburners. He had no lead blocker in front of him and just outran the defensive end on that side.
All right, Pulowski comes into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes, replacing Demetrius there. So they're going to give him a breather. I'm sorry, no, Demetrius stays in.
Yep.
Pulowski's going to come out here along with Kovaleski wide right. And it's again Demetrius, and this time into the middle of the pile, and Demetrius is not going anywhere this time. Stop him about the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play.
Can't see who it is.
That was the whole.
Number 58.
Yeah, 58 was one of the guys involved in that group down there.
Greg Hill.
But it was 3 or 4 of them actually stood him up there.
I think I see Coach Fernato down there after that last play. I think he wants to sign Demetrius up for the high jump this year.
He got some air underneath him, that's for sure. All right, I'll bring up 2nd down. We'll call it 9 for the Red Tornadoes. And again, he stays in that one-back setup, only this time Lamb comes in motion. We give it to Pulowski and an inside handoff. And Pulowski will fight his way to about the 41-yard line. Yep. Lancer is defending that pretty well. Again, number 58 getting off the pile again, Hill.
Number 82, T.J. Hiroman, was the wide receiver over on the right-hand side for the Tornadoes in that play. There's a play we didn't see that much I don't think we've seen that at all this year.
No, I haven't seen that play hardly at all. You're right.
An inside handoff going from the slot, coming through off guard.
Monroe's back in the lineup now. He and Morgan will come wide right. We're in a shotgun formation, both backs standing next to Wasilewski. Both stay in. The ball is pitched to Morgan, and Morgan catches it. Morgan down along the Lancers sideline, and they'll push Morgan out at the 26-yard line of the Lancers, where it's 1st and 10.
Boy, Morgan has a nice, soft set of hands. You see him, thumbs together. Nice route he ran that time. Wasilewski, a little timing pass, and boy, he caught it nice, brought it right down, and turned the corner and picked up a couple extra yards.
The Red Tornadoes in the hurry-up offense now. They do not go into the huddle. Demetrius will stay as the lone back. Moreau to the short right side of the field. Two guys wide left as Wasilewski barks out the instructions here. And it's Demetrius on the carry. Demetrius trying to catch the corner. He actually has the corner. He does catch the corner, and he may have the first down. 33 Kinney getting off the pile there that stopped him, but we'll see where they finally set it down at. It's like he went out on the far side of the field.
Nice run by Julius that time.
So it's going to be
real close. And you can see Julius has a little bit of difficulty making some cuts here. The grass is, like we said, a little bit high, and with the cooler weather, it seems like it's a little wet down there and a little slippery.
2nd down and less than 1 now as he picked up 9.5 on the play. Wasilewski says, I'll keep it on a quarterback keeper. And Wasilewski gained about 5 yards on the play. It's 5 yards on the quarterback sneak. He only wanted a half a yard. And they'll place the ball down again just outside the 10, where it'll be 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes at the 9-minute mark of the second quarter.
It's amazing. We come up with the same offensive setup that we had on that last play when Julius ran for that 10 yards. Set it up. Julius actually makes a motion to the left side, fakes the pitch, and Wasilewski takes it at a keeper.
Back in the familiar I formation, and it's Pulowski. And Pulowski makes a cut at the 5-yard line, or at the 10. He's down to about the 6.
We look at that offensive line, the left tackle, number 14, Trevor Demko, left guard, number 66, Kyle Higgins, the center, number 60, Chris Steck, the right guard, number 50, James Goins, the right tackle, number 70, Zach Lutz, the tight end, number 88, Colin Menepace, the quarterback, number 7, Marcus Wasilewski, the split end, number 9, Matt Moroz, the slot, number 1, Matt Kovaleski, the tailback, number 21, Justin Pulowski, and of course the fullback, number 28, Julius Demetrius.
Wasilewski back to pass now. He was the only guy in the backfield. He throws it, and he has Pulowski wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes at the 7:54 mark of the second quarter. And they must have forgot Pulowski because he was standing all by himself back there.
He did have someone standing with him. I think it was number 10. And what happened when Wasilewski turned the corner, he left Pulowski in the end zone and moved up to make sure that Wasilewski wasn't going to run the ball in.
Because Wasilewski had some room along the sideline to take it in if he wanted. He stopped dead and threw the ball, and it said Pulowski was just standing there all by himself. He just had to catch it. So Menepace will come in and attempt the extra point here. Menepace is going to be able, Colin's going to be able to change his shoes in his sleep in less than 10 seconds. He's getting so good at it now. Out of the hold of Moroz, the ball's back perfectly, and he puts it up, and it is good. So the score now 21-0 Red Tornadoes, and they prepare to kick back off again. And the Lancer defense having some problems here in the first half, stopping this Red Tornado high-octane offense.
Well, I'll tell you that it is very difficult. They're in a 3-4, and once the Tornadoes picked up this blocking scheme after the first series, they're both running and their passing is now starting to click, and it's going to be if this continues, it's going to be a long night for the Lancers.
Yeah, the Lancers have a great mascot, by the way. I don't know if you noticed him down there.
I do. I see him
in full Knight's armor down there with a big lance. And he actually has an assistant down there who watches after him. It looks like he's dressed in period costume also, but it's one of the better mascot costumes we've seen. He has a shield and everything going down there. Once again, doesn't take a whole lot to keep me happy here.
That is true.
All right, it'll be the same tandem down there, Kinney and Stopper. Kinney, the close guy, Stopper, the far guy, towards the Red Tornado sideline as Menapace lets it rip.
Oh,
a nice kick, and this one
one
is all the way into the end zone. No return. The ball will come out to the 20, but I'll tell you, when he hits it perfectly, he hits it perfectly.
Yeah, Colin, remember where you kicked that ball for the next couple weeks?
Yeah, if he could just do that every time.
Oh, baby.
But he got it all the right way that time. So the Lancers take over 1st and 10, and we'll see what that offense can generate here. Again, they ended the last series on a very bad pass that floated up and Kovaleski intercepted, so we'll see what they do here. They'll come out now into the shotgun formation. And 2 guys wide right to him, 1 guy here on the short side of the field, both backs in for blocking. And he got straight back, and he gets some nice blocking. He throws it to Stopper to tailback, and Stopper is going to actually what looked like a bigger play than it was. Stopper is going to be brought down by McCracken,
number 89, who's playing the right linebacker position. That's where he lined up.
Yeah, he only gained 3 yards on the play, but it looked like he was going to go for a lot more than that, but McCracken closed on him really quick. So it brings up 2nd down and 7 now.
He ended up being actually the relief valve because there was so much coverage downfield that he came out of the backfield just on a little flare pass.
Again, the same formation with the 2 backs flanking Carey. Carey gives it to Stopper, and that play was in trouble from the start because the snap was high. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Red Tornadoes bring Stopper to the ground. Again, getting off the very bottom is the big guy, Demko, 65. But when the center snap got high, it threw the timing off of the tailback, and he had to stop a second, and it was all downhill from there. So we'll call it 3rd down and 7 again. We'll put him back to the original line of scrimmage. But there you can see the futility of that rushing attack. It just does not do very well.
Demko, Goins is there. Steck.
Again,
Savitsky.
Into the shotgun carry. And Carey now, he does the same thing. He had Stopper going the other way as the relief guy, and he threw it so hard, Stopper couldn't hold on to it. He had some room, but the Red Tornadoes are defending that very well. You don't often see high school teams do that with a back coming out of the backfield and just kind of skimming along the line of scrimmage. They do it very well, except that he just threw it too hard at him that time. So the Lancers will be having to kick here in a 4th down. It's 4th and 8 actually now. 6:22 remaining in the 2nd quarter of play here as Kinney awaits the snap. It comes back, and Kinney lets it rip. And this one not a very good kick at all as Moreau signals a fair catch inside Lancer territory at the Lancer 38-yard line. Yeah, he didn't get all of that kick at all.
No, he didn't. He was a short kick that time. Indication of your toe being up in the air. It wasn't a good form on the kick. Moreau's, though, taking a chance coming into that melee, into that wash there a little bit to catch that ball.
That's confidence in your hands when you can catch it with all those people standing around you. All right, the Red Tornadoes come out into a shotgun formation. DeMarco, not sure where he should be, and Washleski says, stand right next to me and you'll be safe. And so Washleski looks downfield. He had all kinds of time, and he tried to hit Moreau's. Moreau's a little bit high. Moreau's could not haul it in over the middle of the field, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Not only Moreau's open that time, but also down on the right side was Pulowski was open. I think that would have been the pass to throw because Pulowski was a straight shot right to the end zone.
Well, it's amazing. The Lancers have a lot of people in the defensive backfield, but they're not close enough.
Right,
they're not able to close on the ball. They're too soft on the coverage right now.
Number 89, T.J. Hiroman comes into the offense. 89?
Yep. No, that's
McCracken.
McCracken came in, but Demetrius carrying the ball. Demetrius trying to find the edge, and he barely gets it. Ooh. Kinney takes him out of bounds. I'm not sure where. Let me see where they spot the ball at because
he did dive and roll there. Although he tucked and rolled a little bit, he picks up a yard.
Yeah, I was going to say
on that play.
I didn't think he got too far down that Red Tornado sideline. So 3rd down and 9 now for the Red Tornadoes as Moreau will trot off the field, and Kevin Demko will trot on the field with the play. The Red Tornadoes back in the huddle, on and off. It's not a set thing. They either do it or they don't. I mean, sometimes they'll do 2 plays without a huddle, 3 plays without a huddle, then go back in the huddle. So no rhyme or reason to whether they use the hurry-up offense or not. Shotgun formation. And Washleski now says, I want a timeout. I'm really not sure what we're doing here.
Well, not only that, we're down to 1 second on the play clock, and that would sort of
heads-up play by Washleski, absolutely. We're going to talk a little bit about what's happening next week. Of course, the Red Tornadoes going home after a 2-game road trip to meet the, at least tonight, we don't know for sure, but they're undefeated as of tonight anyway, the undefeated Green Dragons of Lewisburg. But a very special night for the Red Tornadoes. The Silver Bowl, celebrating the 75th year of the Silver Bowl next week, and they're having a pig roast, and they're having some bean soup and stuff like that. There's a whole platter there. From 5 to 7, you can pick up the tickets. I think they're $5 a piece in the superintendent's office.
Right.
And also, you'll be able to see a table there from WKMC TV. In our 40th year, you'll see some T-shirts and mugs. And we asked you to come down and maybe buy a T-shirt or a mug and support WKMC TV. All the money goes back right into the TV studio. Kovaleski in motion across the formation. Washleski, plenty of time, looks downfield twice, 3 times. Still
tuck and run, boy.
Now he has to run. He went across the line of scrimmage, and Washleski still on his feet. And Washleski may have picked the first down up.
I think he has.
They stopped him short of it. He rolled around a little bit, and we'll see where they place it down at, but I think he picked it up. He did pick it up.
I'll tell you what, it was a good move on his part that he didn't throw the ball.
Well, he crossed the line of scrimmage at the last second there.
Not only that, once you're running around that long, you know there's some linemen downfield.
Yeah, he pumped that last time, and I thought, oh, my goodness, he's right at the line of scrimmage there, but he tucks it and makes a great play out of it and picks up the first down. It's 1st and 10. Red Tornadoes, the ball down at the 27-yard line of the Lancers. And now we go back into the I formation with Demetrius in front of Pulowski. We throw the ball to Morgan, and Morgan kind of looping his way out of the backfield. And Morgan takes it down to the 20-yard line. Stopped down there by number 18, Alec Egerton.
Defended quite well by the Lancers.
Actually,
that time.
Egerton, if they didn't bring him down, it was a touchdown. He's the only guy over there.
He rotated into the correct spot. He came over. Morgan set up in the right slot position and took 2 steps back after the ball was centered and flared to the outside. T.J. Hiroman was blocking down the line for him.
A 6-yard pickup. It's 2nd down and 4. As again, we are now in the I formation. And DeMarco. And this time DeMarco stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Getting off the bottom of that pile once again is 58, Greg Hill. Hill having a heck of a football game this senior. 6'1", 215-pounder, but he plays his position very well. It's going to bring up a 3rd down now and probably about 5 now. He probably lost a yard in the play. So 3rd and 5 as DeMarco trots back to the sideline.
Some changes in the offense lineup here. It's like Zach Lutz, number 70, is in there. Abumar, number 57, is in that guard position.
Pulowski goes in motion, and he's going to give it to Demetrius. And Washleski was trying to tell Julius that he was slightly in the wrong spot. And you can see where he handed it to him. Demetrius had to reach out and slipped as he tried to make the cut then. Ball going to set down right at the 20-yard line now where it's going to be 4th down and 4. Washleski tried to move him over a little bit, but he didn't have time. And consequently, the handoff was slightly off kilter from what they wanted it to be. Okay, the Red Tornadoes come out in an I formation now. Washleski looks to throw. He has his man. It's Kovaleski, and Kovaleski will pick up the first down. Knocked out of bounds on there by Corey Oliver, but not before he picks up the first down.
On that pass pattern, Kovaleski made sure that he was 2 yards over the first down marker. So just in case he had to give up a little ground, he's still on the reception, picks up the first down for the Tornadoes.
It's 1st and 10 right from the Lancer 15-yard line. And now DeMarco goes into the fullback spot with Demetrius in the tailback spot. But we go back to pass anyway. It's a pass into the corner, and it's caught by Pulowski, and it's a touchdown. That's a heck of a catch.
Over the
That's a heck of a
shoulder
catch.
that time, and Excellent job. Great pass by Wasilewski.
Wow.
Further corner, and it's just a timing pass. And Pulaski sort of had to chase that one down a little bit.
Yeah.
That was
a hard catch. It really was. He had to look the opposite way as he was leaning along the end zone there. So at the 3:02 mark, the Red Tornadoes on a 15-yard touchdown pass from Wasilewski to Pulaski now punch out to a 27-point lead. And as soon as Menapace comes on, we'll have the extra point attempt. But the Lancers now reeling here in the first half. Penalty flag flies right into the middle of the pile where the center is. And of course, the center is a freshman, Hynoski. A real oddity to have the long snapper a freshman.
Yeah.
But they had the confidence in the Hynoski boy, and he has come through with everything you could expect of a freshman and then some. So they're going to call a 5-yard penalty on the Red Tornadoes. And somebody must have moved there. I didn't see who or picked their hand up. Somebody in the interior of the line. So they march Menapace back 5 more yards, and he'll try it now a little bit deeper. Snap is up. Kick is up, and he did not get it. He kicked it a little bit wide to the left. And the score remains the Red Tornadoes 27. The Loyalsock Township Lancers 0. Yeah, next week at the Silver Bowl, Wayne, promises to be a really good time. I'm looking forward to that. And of course, it's homecoming.
Yes.
So, I mean, throw everything you can into one weekend, because there it is. I mean, it's just going to be a great time. And the 1998 championship team is being honored at that game also. So it's really going to be a great time on Friday night at the Silver Bowl as we pull together a whole bunch of things all at one time and have ourselves a celebration.
It's amazing. That's 10 years. 10 years ago, the championship. 98, you said? Yep.
98. All right, Menapace gets the ball from the referee. Says he's getting ready. Now the Lancers have learned from the last kick. Stopper's all the way down at the 5-yard line now. He's not taking any chances this time as it sailed over his head. The last kick. Actually, that's number 7. They took him out. That's Carter now. Carter down deep. They took Stopper out of there. And it will be Carter down right at the 5-yard line as he starts upfield. DeMarco made a shot at him and missed him, but then Mr. Shoestack says, I've got you right where I want you, and that's the 22-yard line where it's 1st and 10, Lancers.
Nice play by Shoestack. I'll tell you what, it's a little difficult when you're standing flat on your feet like that, not moving, and you have a halfback running at you with the ball, and you make a solid tackle like he did.
Carter actually the speed guy of the Lancers here, so that was a nice stop. Stopper now at the tailback. They go back into that power I formation. The 2 Kinneys up in front as the fullbacks. And it's Stopper, and Stopper's going to run right up the middle. And Stopper making some nice yardage that time for the
tough yardage
for the Lancers. He's pulled down in there by by number 35 actually. Is the guy that made the stop down
Stewart, Billy Stewart
for the Red Tornadoes. I didn't see him come in to the game, but he's
playing the right defensive end position. Now I'll take that back. He's playing the right tackle position.
2nd and 4, Stopper. Now Stopper, again, big yardage as he'll gain the first down on a 5-yard carry. McCullum finally stopping him down there.
I think Tornadoes a little lax getting out of the huddle. Some guys were still getting in position when the Lancers centered the ball on that play.
So 1st and 10 from the Lancer 34-yard line. Nothing fancy here, guys. This is just a power I run the ball up the middle of the formation. And again, it's Stopper. And Stopper gaining another good clip of yards now. He's hit by Kevin Demko, and it would help him Clokus.
A couple yards. They're tough yards, though. He was hit on the line of scrimmage. Looked like Stewart hit him at the beginning there.
There's a minute 35 remaining here in the first half of play.
McCracken back into the defensive end position.
Now we put a different formation there as Kinney moved out to the slot to block. and Stopper with a head of steam on him, and Stopper's going to pick up the first down. This is the best running series we've seen. Demko tackles him, Trevor, but not before he picks up the first down. So he's out at the Lancer 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Yeah, this is the best we've seen them run the ball all game now.
And again, it's nothing fancy. They're coming in with a power backfield, and they're running to the power, going either left off tackle or right.
That's the first we've seen that formation where that fullback slipped over to the slot and actually became the lead blocker then as we ran that way. That's the first we've seen him do that. This time Carey goes straight back to pass and looks downfield. And I'll tell you, he had Carter open. He just couldn't hit him. Carter was open along the Red Tornado sideline. Yeah, if he could have got Carter, that would have been interesting because no one was near him.
He was getting some pressure from the left side of the defense. Somebody was looping around the pocket a little bit.
Demko.
I think was it Demko?
It was Demko.
And I think he rushed the pass a little bit.
It was TD. Be better that way. Trevor than KD. All right, power eye once again for the Lancers, and it's Stopper on the ball. And Stopper carrying the ball out.
Ooh, tough run.
About the 49-yard line of the Red Tornadoes.
Picks up long 6 that time.
KD, Demko getting out off the bottom of the pile for the stop for the Red Tornadoes. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 now for the Lancers. There's about 30 seconds left, and there's a timeout on the field here.
I think the Lancers I think they called a timeout. I didn't see any motion from the referee.
I don't know who called it, to tell you the truth. It was the Lancers. I was waiting for the scoreboard to see if they saw it, and they now bring the Lancers down to 1. So there's 30 seconds left here in the first half of play, and the Lancers have finally made it into Red Tornado territory at the Red Tornado 49-yard line. And this is it's all been on the back of Stopper, the tailback, number 10, Steven Stopper. He's a junior, 6 foot, 185 pounder. And I'll say one thing for them, they're a big backfield.
Yes.
There's nothing small about that back. The 2 Kinney boys there and Stopper, that's a big backfield. All right. Carey will come out on the 3rd down play here, and he'll be in a shotgun formation. It is the bigger of the 2 Kinneys, number 44 there for some protection.
3 minutes and 6 seconds left in this first half.
30 seconds.
What?
It fools me, but it's 30 seconds. Every time I look at the scoreboard, I have to think about it. They don't move the number over far enough. I've looked at it about 9 times now, trying to figure out now they fixed it. Look.
That will be the last time I make a call.
Yeah, they had it's the way they had it set up there. You couldn't read it that way. You had to always guess at what they were doing.
Well, I don't know if they're trying to figure it out.
Well, now the clock has now had several different numbers on it. Now it's now 32.2 seconds is what I'm guessing it is. I'm guessing it's that. Maybe you were right the first time. All right, Carey back to pass under some pressure, and he's going to be brought down. He's brought down in there by Goins and Demko. I was right. It was 33 seconds. That is a 10th over there. It should be further to the right of the numbers, though. That's what throws me off. And it looks like the Lancers are content on the 4th down. It's 4th down and 11 on the sack of Carey, and they'll let the ball or the clock run out here as nobody's making any attempt to do anything. And that'll be the end of the first half of play here at Kenneth M. Robbins Stadium on the campus of Loyalsock Township High School. The score, the Red Tornadoes of Mount Carmel area, 27. The Lancers of Loyalsock Township, 0. Okay, gang, we are here and ready to go to start the second half. My colleague Wayne stopped at the concession stand for a piece of pizza on the way back and left me here by myself, but he has returned here, and he has
got to be the longest run.
I know, that's a far distance over there.
Pottsville was number 1, but I think they've now taken the 2nd seed there. Whew. You don't want to talk on me, get my breath earlier. Okay, on the rushing side for the Lancers. 16 carries for 48 yards, passing 2 of 6 for 12 yards, 4 first downs. On the Mount Carmel side, in the rushing department. 9 for 91 yards. Passing, 11 for 14 for 155. DeMarco, let's see. Let me figure out which one he has here.
Take your time. We'll hold the game up for you.
Okay, you do that. Demetrius, 10 carries for 40 yards. Pulowski, 4 for 24. DeMarco, 3 for 11. Wasilewski, 2 for 16. In receiving, Moroz, 5 for 102. Kovaleski.
All right, we're underway here to start the second half. We'll get back to those stats in a second. Kinney at his 5-yard line. The big number 33 comes plowing up the middle, and he is met by just about the entire Red Tornado squad. He never did go down all the way, but they're going to stop him and say they stop him around the, let's see where we give him his forward motion. It's going to be with the 22, it looks like. So it'll be 1st and 10 Lancers from the 22-yard line. Go ahead.
Okay, Kovaleski, 2 for 10. Morgan, 2 for 21. Pulowski, 2 for 22 yards.
You going to be okay, Bo?
I think so.
You want to sit down for a minute there?
It's going to take until the fourth quarter to get going again.
Stopper on the carry for the Lancers. Be brought down in there by McCracken. Picks up about 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6 now for Loyalsock Township as Carey trots into that huddle. Again, the Lancers not able to produce anything on offense here in the first half, so we'll see how they do in the second.
Shoestack, number 34, comes in the left linebacker position.
The fullback, Kinney, goes in motion now. He's going to set up in that same spot. It's the same play, the pitch. Pitch out the Stopper, and this time Stopper is buried right at the 25-yard line. Savitsky took the first shot at him, but
Morgan.
I'm going to see who the other guy is. It's Shoestack's the other guy on the hit.
And Morgan, number 2, coming in.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down now, and we'll stay 3rd down and 6. We'll get into the line of scrimmage. That play did very well the first time we saw it. This is the second time, and this time the Red Tornadoes recognized it. And again, as Kinney went in motion there, you almost know they're going to pitch to that side as he becomes the blocker out of the slot. Okay, back in a traditional power I formation now on the 3rd down call. And Carey gives it to Stopper. And Steck buries Stopper for a big loss. Steck was there when Stopper got the handoff, and things went downhill from there for the Lancers.
Of course, they're bringing it up a little bit there. Back, actually, believe it or not, to the original line of scrimmage. They're saying he only lost a yard on that play.
Well, I'm going to tell you that it was a lot more than that, so I'm not sure how they made the decision on where they were going to place it, but Steck absolutely buried him. All right, Kinney in punt formation. The Red Tornadoes set up shop at their own 50. It's Moroz and Lamb back deep. And they'll have good field position as Kinney lets it rip, and it's going to be Lamb, the freshman. Lamb drops it.
Ground.
The ball is on the ground. The Red Tornadoes have recovered it, but Lamb fumbled it. And I believe that Moroz, his partner, had to come over and cover it for him. So it'll be 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes exactly on the 50-yard line.
Now, it looked like Lamb was edging towards the right, towards the Lancer bench. I think we were setting up a return on this side, and he was sort of shuffling his feet and just didn't reach out far enough to catch that ball.
Wasilewski trots in, and Wasilewski coming off a big first half. 3 touchdown passes. 150-some yards passing, and he's in shotgun formation. He's going to throw again, but we're going to stop the play. Penalty flag flies right at the line of scrimmage, and that usually means it goes against the offense.
Yeah, it was one of the wide receivers over here on the right side had lined up offsides.
And that's exactly the call. So it'll be 5 yards back. It'll be 1st down and 15 from the Red Tornado 45-yard line.
Demko goes out, and TJ Hiroman, number 82, comes into the wide receiver position over here on the right side. Kovaleski takes the slot.
Wasilewski looks downfield, and he's got his man. He couldn't hold on down there. He was trying to hit number 82 for the Red Tornadoes.
TJ Hiroman.
And it goes incomplete at 2nd down and 15.
Lancers again coming out. You think at this point they'd be playing a little bit tighter but they haven't. Their defensive backs, even though they're in that 3-4 defense, are more of a soft defense. They're letting the receivers a cushion of at least 3 to 4 yards here.
Wasilewski gives it to the Pulowski, the deep
Pulowski,
back, and
look at
Pulowski
this.
breaks through the line. Pulowski's free, and Pulowski is going to outrun everybody into the end zone.
Unbelievable.
A 55-yard run by Justin Pulowski into the end zone, and the Red Tornadoes are on the board again. It's 33-0 at the 9:30 mark of the third period. What a run.
Pulowski just split the defense that time, ran down through the center of the field, and just outran everybody.
What a run by Pulowski, the junior. Menapace will get ready to come in and change his shoe. The Red Tornadoes clicking on all cylinders here tonight.
Again, yep.
By the way, I have to apologize to the internet crew. I promised them the band, and the homecoming went so long they decided not to bring the band onto the field. So those of you who were sitting around waiting to hear music, you didn't. I apologize.
Oops.
Menapace puts it up, and this time he gives it a good boot, and it is good. So it is 34-0 Red Tornadoes. Yeah, I'm laughing to myself. I keep waiting for the band, waiting for the band, waiting for the band. Here the guy next door say, okay, the band's not coming out. Oh, sorry about that, gang. I apologize for that one. I have no control over the halftime festivities, but I did make the promise. All right, the Lancers need to regroup pretty quickly here. The game is completely out of control for them. They just cannot mount any offense. And again, we talked about this coming into the game, especially ground-wise, but they've actually done nothing in the air. Now, as I told you, they are missing their main threat. The wide receiver Wright is not in the game tonight due to an injury.
Exactly.
So that didn't help them any, but when you can't generate any yardage on the ground and they generate none, they're going to be in serious trouble.
And I had seen another player down on the field. He was in the first quarter and had an ice pack wrapped up around his shoulders. So.
Okay. All right, Menapace gets ready. He'll be kicking again down deep to Kinney, number 33, and Stopper 10. Stopper on the far side here. And Colin lets it rip. It's a high kick right to the 9-yard line. Kinney. And Kinney comes upfield, and Kinney is whacked before he even gets to move by DeMarco. What a hit by DeMarco. Kinney never even saw him. Nope. He never saw the hit coming as DeMarco laid him out. And DeMarco, either DeMarco tripped over the umpire.
I don't know.
He tripped over the umpire as he was coming off the field. And the only thing that knocked him down the whole play was the umpire at the end. He's laying on the ground down there, and the umpire shaking his head. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 Lancers. The ball at the Lancer 19-yard line. But DeMarco saying the hardest hit I took was the umpire. Never saw him coming. All right. Carey will bring him out, and now Carey will go into the shotgun formation here on the first down play. Leaves his two backs in for protection. And this time he looks downfield, trying to hit number 3 down there, Jackson Person, but he couldn't hit him. Actually, he did hit him. He didn't hold on to it.
Yeah, Morgan, he heard footsteps. Morgan coming in on a very tight coverage that time, and he just sort of left the ball slide through his hands and dropped to the field.
Person, a sophomore, playing for the Lancers tonight. Again, it is homecoming here at Robins Stadium. Very nice halftime show, except for, the lack of music. All right, again, the shotgun for Carey. Both backs stay in the block. He looks downfield, and this time he had Person, and Person hit him right in the numbers, and he dropped it. Just couldn't hold on to the pass. Clokas was covering him, and it's 3rd down and 10.
Clokas was right there, and so is Dietz. Matt Dietz, number 47, coming across also.
So the Red Tornadoes playing a lot of people here. Even in the beginning of this game, there was a lot of substitutions in and out of this lineup.
What better way to forego into the later part of your season here, though?
Because you have big number 71 over there on the other side now. Augustine playing for the Red Tornadoes at the tackle spot. We're in a traditional I formation there, and we hand it to the Stopper, the tailback, and Stopper is being held on there He was being held on there for the whole time.
Wait
that was
till
number
somebody-
35.
Yeah,
Actually,
that
the guy
was-
that got off down there is Stewart.
Yep.
And Stewart never left him go. He picked up about 8 yards or 9 yards on the play, but it's going to be 4th down.
You know, you see number
Oh, now
20.
he's close to the first
Yep.
down.
Demetrius is playing the linebacker, right linebacker position on defense for the Tornadoes. So
I think they're
they're
going to measure
giving
this.
him a little bit different look.
Yeah, they're going to measure this. He got very close to it, in fact. Yeah, closer than I thought. They kept moving the ball there. So it's 3rd down and less than 1 for the Lancers. See, I thought it's 4th down. It can't be 3rd down. It's 4th down.
Yes, it is.
You know, I'm counting them here now, and I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, and the guy on the other sideline, he's still at 3rd down over there.
Maybe he can't count.
It must not, because it is 4th down. It's 4th and less than a 1, and that'll be interesting because the Lancers are at their own 28-yard line, and I'm guessing they're thinking of going for it.
Yes.
And to be truthful with you, with the kind of success they've had on the ground, that's probably not the decision I would have made, and they are going to go for it. They're going to come out in a traditional – now, they got 4th and less than a yard. They don't go with the power eye. They come with a traditional eye. And I'll be truthful with you, they started before he wound the clock. It's not a penalty. They just started before he wasn't ready.
Yeah, the referee wasn't ready. He wasn't set in position.
Now, this will be interesting here because now they got to try to set it down with that, like, 1/4 of a yard to go there. Now he winds the clock, and now he's okay. They still stay in the eye. It was a quarterback sneak the first time, and it's this quarterback sneak this time, and he will get the 1/4 yard. That's it. Carey will pick up just about the 1/4 yard that he needs as the Red Tornadoes stack them up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll set the ball down right at the 30-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Lancers. I would have hated to be able to measure that after they had to put the ball back down again from where they were. There's no way they could have known. They didn't measure it again, so I don't know how they knew where to put the ball back at, but I guess they winged it on that one, but it doesn't matter because it is 1st down. I'm laughing at myself. As soon as he picked it up, I thought I would have left it there. Now you got to figure out where to put it again. All right. The Lancers come out in a shotgun formation. He has a trips to his left. One guy wide right. He leaves the big guy, Kinney, next to him for blocking. And Menepace flushes him out of the pocket, and Clokus smacks him down at the 35, 36-yard line.
Yeah, Menepace was doing some headhunting there. Number 88 calling on that defensive end position as soon as he seen that the quarterback was sort of bare on the left-hand side. He had no blocker on that side. He just got down on a 3-point stance and just unloaded.
Pick up a 5 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5 now as Carey will go back into the shotgun. This time he has the trips out to the right. One guy short left here. And he rolls out towards that. And he looks downfield. And Clokus almost intercepted it.
All Clokus had to do is concentrate on that ball, and he would have had it. Went through his hands, and it did hit number 7 right in the face mask.
Yeah, it bounced right off his helmet. Is
Yeah.
exactly what it did. Carter was the intended receiver. And actually, it went through Clokus's hands. It bounced off Arnell Carter's helmet, and Clokus almost got the ricochet. But all for naught as it's now 3rd down and 5.
Demko, number 65, comes back in a defensive end position for the Tornadoes.
Carey in the shotgun. Low snap this time. Carey on a keeper. And Augustine hits him first, and then he's brought down hard by number 27 for the Red Tornadoes, Mike Sinopoli.
Yeah,
now he's definitely short this time on a 3rd down call. It's now 4th down and a full 1 yard for the Lancers, and they have no intention of kicking, it doesn't look like. So 4th and 1, the ball out at the Lancers 39-yard line, and now it looks like Coach Jackson changed his mind and said, let's kick it. We don't want to give him the ball down here. It's a full yard before the 1st down, so he sends Kinney in, and Kinney's going to line up. They're not going to kick.
He put the full house backfield in.
So they're in that power I formation behind Carey and Stopper on the carry.
And he doesn't make it.
Stopper didn't get the first down.
time.
He did not pick up the first down.
Nope.
I do not know why they did this, Wayne.
I don't know either.
They're going to turn the ball over at their own 39-yard line.
You know, it's even hard to pick who made the tackle. There were at least 6 guys from the Tornadoes that time. over
Yeah.
on that side making the stop. So
it's 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes deep in the Lancer territory. And I mean, unless he's given up a little bit here, but I don't know why you would have went, you're down 34-0. Maybe he was trying to make him, trying to give him a shot at making that 1 yard, I guess. But unfortunately, it put your defense in a tough position, and it's been in a tough position pretty much the entire evening. Wasilewski looks, he finds Harolman, and Harolman will take it down to the Lancer 33-yard line.
Pick up of about 6 yards. Roman just on a flat square out pattern, hits close to the sideline and turns back to Wasilewski. Wasilewski in the timing pass releases the ball before here TJ even set up.
All right, we bring up 2nd down and a short 5. We go into the I formation. You have DeMarco in front of Demetrius in this formation, and it's Demetrius. And Demetrius powers his way down over the 30-yard line. He'll pick up the 1st down.
Demetrius running very, very hard this
Number 56 on the stop down there, Pat Green again for the Lancers, but he was unable to stop as Demetrius laid him out there for the last yard, and he picks up the 1st down, so it's 1st and 10.
Number 24, Myrick Lamb, comes into that slot position for the Tornadoes.
1 back in the offense, and now we sign Lamb, goes in motion, but it's going to Demetrius, and Demetrius is free, and Demetrius powers his way down to the Lancer 9-yard line.
Yep, good play. We put Lamb in motion. Of course, it sort of moved the linebackers out of position a little bit, coming to the right side, and Demetrius takes off over left tackle and picks up some big yardage.
Yeah, he had a big hole to get through, but then he did some work on his own, and it's 1st and goal. This time it's Lamb, and he gets the pitch. Lamb turns the corner, adjusts himself, and a penalty goes down, and that's going to be against the Red Tornadoes, I can bet you. I also believe that it's first. I don't know if it was first.
Yes, it was.
It's 1st and 10 because it was outside the 10.
Yes, it was about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I thought it was the 9, but it was the 11, so it was a 1st and 10, actually, not 1st and goal. And Lamb took it down to about the 3-yard line, but I know that it's going to come back. They threw the ball right at one of the blockers of the Red Tornadoes, and here you see it. And it is the block in the back, and they'll march it back, so they'll put the ball down at the 15-yard line where it's going to be 1st down and about 15. We call it 1st down and 14 because they need to get to the 1 now. So 1st and 14 for the Red Tornadoes.
Anthony Rossi, number 12, is the wide receiver.
A quick pass out for the Red Tornadoes, and he threw the ball and hit number 12 down there, Rossi, but a flag flew even before he threw the pass. So a motion penalty, and the Red Tornadoes will march back another 5 yards. So it'll bring up a 1st down and about 19 now, and they still need to get to right around the 1-yard line for the 1st down.
Eddie Stewart, number 4, is into the offensive lineup. Number 3, Mark Minnick, now comes in.
Now, interesting enough, Stewart is the quarterback for the JVs, but he's not in there as a quarterback. You can see his versatility when he comes in and doesn't come in at the position he plays. He will line up in the slot for the Red Tornadoes, and he'll go in motion, and they pitch it to him. So Myrick on the corner trying to get the block, and Stewart's still on his feet, and Stewart down the sideline, and Stewart scores. I can't believe that. A 19-yard run by the youngster Stewart, and the Red Tornadoes are on the board again. I don't know how he tiptoed along the sideline.
You know what? He was hit so many times. Even at the line of scrimmage, he was hit. Even though it was on the far side, hit 2 other times going down there, and still keeps his feet and scores.
So Stewart, the sophomore, on a brilliant 19-yard run, puts the Red Tornadoes on the board once again. It's 40-0. Red Tornadoes with Menapace in, and the remainder of the game will be played under the mercy rules.
Yes, it will.
As we've gone over the 35-0 mark here. Menapace in out of the hold of Moroz and the center from Hynoski, the freshman. And Menepes puts it up, and he is good. The score now 41-0 Red Tornadoes, and the remainder of this game should go fairly quickly now as we will go under the mercy rules. The Lancers I'm still not sure why the Lancers win for that 1 yard when they're at their own 39. I got to wonder about that. You're making your defense, awful thin on that one. But again, there might have been a reason for that. You don't know. This is a team. Again, this team reached the Eastern Finals last year.
Yep.
The Eastern Finals. They had themselves a run last year. Now graduated, guy at halftime was somebody graduated 12 guys, all for the most part starters, and that's why they're struggling a little bit here. But
it's their rebuilding year. That's what it's called.
Yeah. We would have expected more passing out of them. They're not throwing the ball well at all, and I'm a little bit concerned they don't do that. Now, I do see they have a sophomore down there, Bagudjic, and he's a sophomore. He's kind of warming up, so I'm guessing we're going to see him maybe before the end of this game here as the Red Tornadoes get set to kick, and they're going to kick down there to stop her, and this time they put Arnell Carter, number 7, the close guy to us, down deep. This one's going to hit the ground, and Squibbit takes a weird bounce, and it's going to be Stopper around the 10. And Stopper brings it up, and
the missile.
Who else but DeMarco lays Stopper out. Now, DeMarco's still on the ground now. He took him right with his helmet into his leg, but DeMarco gets up and trots off. Oh, my God. How fast could you be going when you hit a guy?
It's just amazing. I mean, we're going to certainly miss DeMarco when he graduates this year because he is certainly on specialty teams has lit up everything for the 4 years that he has played. I mean, this kid has put his body out there, and it's just excellent to watch him.
He was going so fast, I couldn't even tell the number. He went so fast past me there. All right, Carey will go in to a shotgun formation. He leaves both backs next to him for protection, but he's going to hand it now to Stopper. And Stopper's going to be brought down by the big guy, TD, Trevor Demko.
Yeah, Demko didn't even give up any of the outside and played it perfectly.
No gain on the play. It's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, the guy that's on the sideline over there does the yard marker,
he has
the down marker.
He has no clue.
He must be on strike because he's just refusing to change the down. I mean, that's what he waits
No,
for.
not only that, it's he picked up about apparently
he
2 yards.
Budged,
I know what he is.
Now they're marking it off.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, they're marking the penalty off, but I'm watching him. But this is not the only time he's done that. He keep waiting and waiting.
I didn't even see what the
the penalty was.
Was it a personal foul?
The penalty came from far behind the play.
Yeah, it did.
It wasn't up close. So the penalty came on the Mount Carmel area sideline, is where they're going to mark it off from. So when they get done marking it off, they take the ball back down to the 16-yard line, and now it's going to be 1st down in a bunch.
35.
All right. This time a pitch out to actually a big run. Kovaleski's going to stop the run, but number 24 down
that's
there.
Smith.
Yeah, Smith. We haven't seen him in the backfield much at all, but he opens up with a big run.
It was 1st and 25 that time, and brings it all the way back. There's 8 yards to go. Pick up 17 yards on that carry. And that's the first we've seen Smith in the backfield, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember him at all so far. So it's going to bring up actually where he ran it too. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 5. Well, he picked up about 20 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 5 now. We go into an I formation now. And I think we have 2 different backs completely back. Let me see who the front guy is there now.
Number 30.
Yep. It's going to be Smith again on the carry, and Smith on a nice carry, very close to the 1st down.
Trevor Demko makes wasn't even a tackle. It was just actually a trip up and put Smith down, but Smith came real close to the 1st down, and they're calling it a
Yeah, they're going to give it to him. So it's 1st and 10. You got Smith and Bauer in the backfield now for the Lancers. Bauer is number 30, and he lined up in that fullback spot that play anyway. And they're going to continue with that lineup there. Now they go into a shotgun formation. The backs will come up alongside a carry for protection. And we're going to hand it to Smith, and this time it goes nowhere. Dietz tackles him almost immediately. It's going to be second down and a yard. I see where he's pointing to the ball. I don't know how he got there. I don't know how he got that far upfield from where he fell down at, but we'll call it second down and 9. But even the other guy questioned him where he was putting it, so you know that it's just not me on that play. I don't know where he decided to place the ball at. We're inside of a minute here in the third quarter as the Lancers will line up. They're going to have to hurry this up, and I can't believe they're going to get this off. They're under a 2-1, and they just get it off as he looks downfield. Actually, that time a nice pass. He was trying to hit Frankie Pagana, and Pagana should have held on to it.
Yeah, Dietz was there. Kovaleski was there. And I think also Moreau. So he threw it into coverage, but that ball should have been caught. It did hit him in the numbers.
See, that clock fooled me again. There's about 30 seconds left. I thought it was like 3. I'm going to have to work on this clock. It's a brand new scoreboard, too. It looks like it's new. I just don't know why that 10th is so close there.
Well, I don't know why it jumps over into the minutes position.
Yeah, I'm confused about why it does that. It should stay over there.
I stopped looking at it.
Yeah. All right, again, I formation. Smith again, and Smith down along the red tornado sideline. Will be taken out right at the 45-yard line. But you're right. It takes up the minute spot instead of the second spot, and fools me. That play was the end of the third quarter of play here, guys, at Robins Stadium in the campus of Loyalsock Township High School, with the score of the Red Tornadoes, 41. The Lancers 0. The Lancers got a little bit of a head of steam going there with a new backfield in there. They got 2 young guys actually playing as they'll get ready to start the fourth quarter. And again, it will be very quick as the clock does not stop much under the mercy rule in PIAA football in Pennsylvania here.
Tornadoes on the other side, on the defensive side, I think he's trying to give his defensive team a little bit of a workout. He's keeping the majority of the starting team in as they come back onto the field. Dietz, of course, has been playing a little bit more in the second half here. He has taken over for McCollum in that linebacker spot, and so has Julius Demetrius has been playing a lot of defense too, which is nice to see. I mean, it's good to give him some experience on that side.
All right, Carey will come out. It is 4th and 7 in their own territory, and Carey comes out in a shotgun. He'll look downfield, and he fires the ball, and he got his man. 1st and 10 Lancers. He hit number 15 down there, Frankie Pagana, and he's in the Red Tornado territory at the Red Tornado 44-yard line.
Again, some pressure from the left side. It looks like Kolokas was coming around that time to put some pressure on the quarterback, although a good pass, pickup of first down.
Okay, the I formation for the Lancers. And Carey's going to pitch it to Smith. Smith trying to find the corner. He does. Smith still on his feet. A big run by Smith, but it's going to be negated by a penalty flag back at the 43-yard line.
Yep. Dietz had made a great move from that linebacker position when he saw the pitch, and he blitzed into the off-tackle hole that was being created there, and one of the tackles tackled him and took him down, and that's where the hold came in at.
You have to wonder, the Smith kid is running better than anybody all night.
Right.
And yet we didn't see him until the fourth quarter.
He played a good defensive game, though.
Yeah, but I mean on offense.
On offense, this is the first he's stepped on the field.
He looks very good. He looks much quicker than the backfield they had in there for the majority of the game. All right, Carey's in a shotgun formation now. Again, he leaves the 2 backs on either side of him. It's a 1st and 17 now for the Lancers as Carey looks downfield. Good protection. And Carey had his man again, Pagana, only this time Pagana couldn't hold on. But I'll tell you what happened. See how fast he threw, how hard he threw that ball.
Yeah, he did.
That was a bullet.
Yep. Pagana had curled around, and he had Demko coming in, and I think he heard some footsteps on that on that play, and he looked to the back, and that's when the ball hit him in the chest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hit him square on. He should have had it, just couldn't hold on to it. So it's going to bring up a second down now and 17 for the Lancers. Again, the Lancers are right at their 48-yard line after the penalty was marked off. The line of scrimmage is actually at the 44 of the Red Tornadoes. All right, they put Pagana in motion now, but we're going to pitch out to Smith. Smith trying to find the edge, and this time Smith will not find it. He'll get up to about the 49-yard line, brought down there by Kevin Demko. And let's see who the bottom guy down there is going to be, Mr. Savitsky, number 74, on the stop.
Some good pursuit by Savitsky. Savitsky's coming out of the line, and lateral movement, beautiful all the way over to make the tackle on this outside. Heads up play.
So it's going to bring a third down third down about 15 for the Lancers. The ball's still on their side of the 50-yard line.
Lamb, number 24, is playing the corner position. Demetrius takes a break here, and
again, out of the shotgun for the Lancers. Carey looks downfield, plenty of time. Fires the ball, almost intercepted. In fact, Lamb can't believe that he didn't catch it.
I can't believe Lamb didn't catch that. That was right in his hands.
Savitsky put the pressure on Carey and forced him to throw it a little bit differently than he wanted to, but Lamb had it right in his hands and just didn't hold on to it. So it's fourth down now, and the Lancers will go into a punt formation here because it's fourth down and 15 or so. So Kinney will go back to punt. Going back deep for the Red Tornadoes is going to have to be somebody, because right now nobody has.
Lamb's going back, and he's the one that should go back. He needs some experience back there.
So Lamb goes back deep, but he did it. I wasn't sure he was going to do it. Ball bounces right in front of him. He picks it up, and he's brought down immediately down there on a nice play by number 18, Alec Egerton of the Lancers. So it's 1st and 10. Red Tornadoes at the Red Tornado 21-yard line. Clock moving along at a brisk clip here. 7:30 and counting here. And the Red Tornadoes will send out a
wholesale
new quarterback at the very least as Stewart comes in.
I think mostly everybody in there is all new, number 40.
Yeah, Karicki is now the fullback in front of Lamb, the freshman, and Karicki now moves over into that slot position, and we pitch it to Lamb. Myrick Lamb trying to turn the corner, and Lamb could not quite get back to the line of scrimmage. Down there, number 43 was really Andy Engler, made a great play on the freshman Lamb and wouldn't let him turn the corner. So we could lose a yard on the play. It's 2nd down and 11.
Number 71, Justin Augustine, is in. 77, Dave Besser.
Besser, the big center. And he's a big center.
Mm-hmm.
He might be the biggest center we've seen in a while.
Mark Minnick in the slot here.
So Stewart goes into a shotgun formation, goes over his head. He catches it. He's going to go down, and he might as well go down because it's going to be a motion penalty against the Red Tornadoes as Lamb started moving too quickly, it looked like. At first I thought he was shifting, but he didn't shift sideways. He shifted front ways, and he got in trouble there.
Rumakaitis John, number 32, is in the lineup.
There you see the motion penalty. The Lancers decline it and in fact took the loss on the play. So they're going to have to move that yard marker down. The yard marker's just on a different cadence than me, that's all. There's the down marker guy. He's just a different cadence than I'm on. I have to give it. He moves a little differently than I would down there. All right, it is 3rd down, and it's 3rd down and about 16 for the Red Tornadoes. As Stewart will go in to the shotgun formation. He leaves Karicki next to him to help out with the block. He looks downfield, and he's got Minnick. And Minnick will take it up to about the 25, 26-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and long for the Red Tornadoes, and they'll be in a punting situation, and we'll see who they send in the punt. It could be Rimakaitis, 32, if he's the guy that stays in the game. He is the punter on the JV team. I've seen him several times when I do their games, but is that him back there? Yes. Yes, that is John Rimakaitis, number 32 for the Red Tornadoes, and he's in punt formation. The Red Tornadoes short a guy here, so they're going to get one guy in here. Nice center back. Rimakaitis lets it rip. It's going to bounce down in front of the Lancer receiver and end up in Red Tornado territory down at the Red Tornado 48-yard line, 1st and 10, Lancers. And the Lancers will put a new quarterback into the game too. Tyler Bogacic goes in, and he's a sophomore, 6'2", 255-pounder. He'll lead the Lancer offense for the remainder of the fourth quarter. We're at the 4:57 mark here of the fourth quarter. And counting, as I told you, it would go very quickly, and it does. So Bogacic brings him up. Handoff is in the middle of the line there, brought down by almost every Red Tornado there.
Let's see.
We'll see who the final guy getting off the pile down there is going to be.
How about number 48, Tommy Hynoski?
Okay. I was trying to see who the ball carrier was. I don't know if they put a different guy in there or not. Yeah, that was Oliver, 20. I thought it was a different guy. So now Bogacic goes back into a shotgun formation on the 2nd down and 11, and the ball goes right over his head, and Bogacic has to fall on it and cover it. So a big loss on the play. Number 83 down there for the Red Tornadoes, Kenny Klinger there, just to make sure that Bogacic wasn't going to go anywhere. He covered him up pretty good.
I mean, he did the right thing. He jumped on the ball. He had some pursuit coming in on top of him, and you know, you don't want to fumble that ball around and let the defense take over.
All right. Brings up a 3rd down and a mile. 3rd down and 27, somewhere right around there for Bogacic. He'll go back in an I formation now. We're going to forget that shotgun for a minute to give him some time. He drops straight back and has a nice drop back. No pressure, but he way overthrew the receiver. He was trying to hit Spencer Underdown down there for the Lancers, but Underdown, a very small guy, to tell you the truth. He's listed at 5'7", but he's going to have to stretch even for that. And,
number 52, Jordan Sinopoli in for the Tornadoes.
Bogacic threw it as if he was 6'9" on that one.
83, Kenny Klinger.
It brings up 4th down, and Kinney has to go in and kick for the Lancers. He'll be kicking to Minnick, and he barely gets it off, but he's going to kick it down along the Lancers sideline, and it goes out of bounds. So the Red Tornadoes will take over. Eric Jepko also was getting down deep along with Minnick. Ball went out of bounds right along the Red Tornado 35-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 from that point. 2:26 and counting here in the ball game as the crowd begins to head for the exits. And again, a very chilly evening.
Yes, it was.
It just keeps getting colder and colder here.
Temperature dropped.
This is football weather, folks.
You're complaining about this for the last 4 weeks.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. No, it beats the rain. I will say that.
That's for sure.
It definitely beats the rain. I'm not going to gripe about that. Shoestack on the carry for the Red Tornado. Shoestack still on his feet, and Shoestack up over the 40-yard line. He'll take it out to the 43-yard line.
Brian McFadden, number 11, is quarterbacking for the Tornadoes. Some wholesale.
I saw Stewart only in there for a short time.
Yep. Stewart came in. And
so McFadden will take over. McFadden is a freshman.
Yep, he's the quarterback for the freshman team.
Sinopoli on the carry, and Sinopoli will pick up the 1st down and then some as Sinopoli's trotting along the Red Tornado sideline. Picks up a good chunk of yardage.
It's about 14 yards on that carry.
So it's 1st down. Let me see where they put the ball down at. Ball's in Lancer territory, then at the Lancer 43-yard line where it's 1st and 10. Now under a minute to play here in the ball game. I said the clock continues to run.
Jared Pollock playing the tackle position for the Tornadoes.
Kricky with the carry. Kricky bounces outside, and Kricky down along the Red Tornado sideline. Kricky's still on his feet, and Kricky won't go down. Kricky's going to take it into the end zone, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes, as Kricky, the big fullback, takes it in from the 30 or 40. What's at the 40? That's about a 46-yard, 47-yard run. A 47-yard touchdown run by big number 44 Tyler Kricky, the sophomore.
6 foot, 185 pounds.
So the
nice
score,
run.
Yeah, beautiful. I tell you what, they had him down a couple of times, and he just kept. He's like, I'd say he's like rawhide, that kid. You just can't knock him down. The Red Tornadoes take a knee on the extra point conversion, so the score will remain 47-0 here with 36 seconds remaining in the ball game. And I know that Coach Brennan winces when that kind of stuff happens, and there's nothing you can do about it. The Red Tornadoes will get ready to kick off, and I'm going to give you quickly remind you of why you're watching this game and who brought it to you on the away game. Of course, on the camera, Robin Hampton. Master Control is Matt Shern. Production Assistant Nicole Purcell, Callie Hummel, and the photographers were Brianna Lutz and Valerie Bendis. Sorry. Those are the people who really make this all seeable and viewable for you, and we just try to stay out of their way, and we appreciate their hard work. A long trip for these kids to get up here today and unpack and in a stadium they've never been to before.
People don't realize they leave at about 1 o'clock for games like this, and they're up here all day long.
It'll be midnight or after before they get back and unpack, so you got to keep in mind what kind of work these kids do here. Rimakaitis kicking off for the Red Tornadoes. He signals that he is ready. And he makes a nice kick. It's going to dribble down about the 15-yard line, where it's picked up by a Lancer, and I'll give you his number in a minute.
Number 20.
That's actually number 20 for the Lancers. He's the guy that was in there, Oliver. And Oliver is going to be brought down about the Lancer 34-yard line, where it's 1st and 10. Lancers with 22 seconds remaining in the ball game. Clock starts as soon as the ball is set down, so it began running immediately, and I don't know if the Lancers are going to be able to get up to the line of scrimmage in time. They're not going to be able to. No, the clock started so quickly that time they weren't ready to get up to the line, so the game is officially over right this second here at Robbins Stadium, Kenneth M. Robbins Stadium, I believe, at Loyalsock Township High School, and the Red Tornadoes have will leave here with an impressive 47-0 victory over the Lancers, and now begin to look forward to the Friday game with the Green Dragons of Lewisburg. Of course, we do not know how they did at this juncture while we talk to you, but I said hopefully they come in undefeated. It'd be nice to have two undefeated teams, also two undefeated Division II Heartland Conference teams here in the Heartland Conference this year. So we look forward to that on Friday. Really a good game. I think a good all-around game for the Red Tornadoes. They did everything they wanted here. Pass red, a very big passing. I'm sorry we will not have the stats because Jose's about 2 miles away from us here from where we actually are, but they're going to be big, I can tell you that. And, I think Coach Brennan has to be happy.
Yes.
Now, and I think he was happy last week, to tell you the truth. It was a tough game.
Well, and no matter who I talked to this week, that was at the game, they said that it was pretty much a wake-up call for the kids. It was a tough game coming from Central, and it was sort of a slap in the face. Wake up, quit reading the newspaper. You got to play each game as we go along, and we don't look down the line.
Yeah, I mean that's been the mantra, one game at a time. That's Coach Brennan's way of doing things. It always has been. He has always been a one game at a time guy. Stay focused on the team ahead of you. The team ahead of him now is the Lewisburg Green Dragons, having an absolute unbelievable renaissance in their football program.
Yes, they are.
And we look forward to seeing them in a couple days' time. I want to remind you again, this game on Friday at the Silver Bowl marks the 75th anniversary of the Silver Bowl. There'll be a pig roast and soup and all the fixings from 5 to 7. You can pick up the tickets at the superintendent's office. They're $5 a piece. Also look for the table from WKMC TV. We'll be selling T-shirts and mugs in order to help pay for some of the expenses here at the TV studio, so please be generous when you see that table and buy as many as you can, or at least as many as you can carry, and we would appreciate that. Of course, the homecoming also being celebrated, so it's going to be a big night, and the 98 championship team will be there just to lend a little bit more flavor to the evening. So a very big Friday night at Mount Carmel area this Friday, so make sure you're there. Remember, Supper Club tomorrow night, 6:15, the back room of Matucci's, and you'll know everything you need to know about the Green Dragons and then some before the game starts. So make sure you get down there. Everyone is welcome. You can come down one night, come down 12 nights. It doesn't matter, just as long as you come down sooner or later and visit with us. We're going to leave you here from Loyalsock Township. Again, it's a long ride home, the longest road trip of the year now behind us, and let you know that you have been listening to, and first let me thank everybody on the webcast if you're still out there. And again, I'm sorry about that band thing. I'm working on that. But remind everybody that this has been a sports presentation of WKMC TV. I am Warren Altamar.
And Wayne Brokenshire.
Good night, and see you on Friday.